Hello everybody, this is Pete from PA Labs, and today we're going to begin a series inside a series. So this is for the basic corner or for those who just want a refresher primer. We're going to tackle database. Now, this is not a begin all end all of databases, but it's a SQLite database, and it's obviously focused on PureBasic. So I spent about 2 hours yesterday downloading and testing out various SQLite administrators, and I downloaded I don't know how many, 6 maybe. Installed them, played with them, saw which ones were hellaciously expensive, um, and most of them that were free. I was really looking for a free, easy, simple, free SQLite manager that uh, encompasses databases properly, and that it's easy to teach. So what I came up with was SQLite Admin. It met the bill. It's free, it's simple, you can get it off of the SQLiteadmin.org mu2k.de. Now, I'm going to go ahead and show you their web page, because their web page will probably say, oh man, you don't want to install that, but you do. So this is an international milestone beta. So far in my playing, it's awesome. So it comes out here. If you scroll down to the bottom, supported operating systems are Windows 2000, XP, and Vista. Well, I'm running Windows 11, the latest version of Windows 11. So I was like, well, what the heck? I like the screenshots. I like what it looks like. So I went ahead and downloaded it. Version 0832. It supports a million languages, and I know my audience covers everything from Italian to French to German to, Russian. I've got all manner of people listening to these videos. So having a SQLite manager that is in your language will probably be pretty cool. This has Dutch, and I mean, it's got a million languages. It's a simple install. Download it, install it, and we're going to begin now taking a look at it before we get into the rest of all of this. Okay, this is going to be an all day long adventure. We're going to be downloading, or I'm going to be uploading a whole series of videos, probably today and tomorrow on this, but I do have to sneak some other videos in. So bear with me. And we're going to go from here. Now, where did I install it? That's the next huge question. Yes, right here. Okay, so I believe, yeah, I installed it to here, or maybe I unzipped it to here. So it's just SQLite Admin. It comes with the SQLite DLLs, and it's got languages. I mean, there's really kind of nothing to it, but it's beautiful. I love their color schema. That works for me. And so what I'm going to do is we're going to walk through. Well, first, let me get rid of some of my testing. I've been doing a lot of testing. I've ruled out a whole bunch of databases, administrators. Okay, so what I've done is create a database, and I'm going to get rid of all of that. Okay, so now I've created a database folder inside our debug project. And at the end of this series on databases, I'm going to take this project and stick it out on the website for those who want to download it. So I'm going to put as much into the comments as I can think to put in. So here's their main desktop. To be honest, I don't know what you can change on this. So I'm sorry, bear with me. It doesn't look like I can change the fonts and all of that, but that's okay because this is kind of working for me. I love the icons. So we're going to hit the database create, or you can hit the database plus. And I think this was the last one I was playing with. So he's probably already mapped to our debug project and database. So let's create a person database. So we're going to say person. Now, extensions on database light databases. The standard extension is DB, DB3, or actually SQLite, SQLite. Okay. Personally, I usually use just DB just to mark it as a database. You can choose any. You don't want to go with DB2, trust me. Stay with DB3 or DB, database, SQLite 3, and we're good to go. We've created our person database. Now, first thing you do after you create a database is create a table. And this is pretty cool. We can say, I'll bet you one of these up here. I don't know. I'm going to just go table new. Okay, so we're going to add we have a person database. Oh, that was a bad name, wasn't it? Maybe I can rename it. Create, refresh, find. Poop. Okay. Let's go ahead and kill it and create something that makes a little bit more sense. I wanted to create a person table. So let's go with new and let's see. I don't know. Admin. ADMIN .db. How about that? Administration. So administration makes sense, kind of like a company kind of thing. And then we'll come over here and we'll say a person database is going to be the name of our database. And we're going to add a field. And the field is going to be ID. And the field type, this is one of the main reasons I fell in love with this. It works lovely. It's got all the proper field names. It doesn't cheat. Field value, no. We want this to be a primary key and auto increment. Okay, so we can do that and say add. And now every person table has a name, right? So we can come in here and say, give us your name. And that field type should be, if you're not familiar with varchar, let's see, unique, not null. We're going to do varchar, which means a variable length character. And if you use text is tantamount to the old memo fields or character large object or CLOB fields. So that's usually some awful. Please enter a field size. Perfect. That's what I wanted. So 75 characters is our maximum length for this field. Perfect. Okay, now let's see, what else do we have? Why don't we add age? Not that would be a legal field to add in anything, but let's see. Your age is an integer. Okay, that's fine. We don't need any of those. And then, okay, cool. Let's say just that. There's our first table, our very first table that we've created. Now we have a database and we have 3 fields in it. Now, what we want to do is build a screen to talk to this database, okay? So let's move this over here and let's come down here and say, come on, little computer, you can keep up. I know I haven't rebooted you in a week, 3 weeks. Okay. There we go. Okay, so I will keep my database up so I can see my fields. Now, I normally will do this in the reverse order. I'll design my screen and say, okay, this is going to be a person screen, and then I'll come out here. Oh, let's shrink this up. Come on, that's way too big, guys. There we go. Let's get it to where I can grab the handle. There we go. And now we can say, okay, we don't have a whole lot of need for stuff here. So now we have FRM person. Always name your field to match your table or your table to match your field, your screen. That way it's easier to track attaching fields and your database class sheets and stuff to match it back to your tables. That's always a good method. Person information. And let's see, we're going to come in here and add a button gadget. We can bump him over and he's going to be cancel. And then you can be cancel. And then we can clone you. And you can be save. And I can set you to be save. Okay, now what we need to do next is come up here and say, okay, we're going to put in a field, a text field, and say, he needs to be right justified. One of the things I've found with text fields, we can come in and say, okay, name, and then you put a semicolon. I always add a space after the semicolon so that semicolon is visible. So I'm going to do fonts last. So what is the width, the height of this needs to be in my book, 25. Okay. And then we can clone this guy and say, okay, now the order of how you do fields is entirely your business. I'm not consistent in that. Sometimes I go across, sometimes I go down. It's all whatever the mood strikes me. So we have age. Now we need our string fields, right? So we'll come up here and say, okay, put it out here. And these all should match if you think about it. So we have a text field called name. We have a string field called name. And we have a text field called age. And we have a string field called age, right? And we can do that and come down here. And this string field should be age as well. That way everything's kind of, all the names are threaded properly for us. Now, one of the things we have to do on this numeric field is make him numbers only. Let's see now. Come on, there we go. Now I'm going to go ahead and select all the fields. and then come into here and say, okay, let's put in Rockwell, my favorite. Yours could be sans serif or any of the others. I mean, there's too many fonts in my book, but that's okay. Okay, so we have our form. So let's go ahead and save it. It needs to save to form. Oh, not video game forms. Video war game. There you go. This would make a lot of sense in that one. Let's see. We're down here. Debug forms. There we go. And this is a person, right? Okay. Now, what I want to do is also we can export this, and oh, this is starting to get long. All right, so we're going to stop at this export. Oh, I don't have it created. We're going to put code in here. There we go. All right, and your person. PB. All right, so there we go. Save. Okay, so we're going to end this video here because it's already getting to be at least 15 to 20 minutes long, and we will pick up exactly on this screen in just a minute.